EMS fire received a dispatch from a lady at about 11:45 today, and they arrived at her residence, and they discovered her sitting outside the front door, and she said, "I think my daughter is not breathing." Firefighters braved the house and certainly found her daughter, who was only 7 years old, deceased. They notified the sheriff's office. We began an investigation, and here's what we found. The mother had a generator in the living room of the apartment. She had run an electrical cord into the bedroom and closed the door. Then she had opened a window and was powering a fan to bring fresh air from outside to inside. Well, when Mom woke up at about 11:30, 11:45, she felt really bad. She knew there was a problem, and she immediately saw that her daughter was not breathing, and when EMS and fire got there, obviously deceased. The message is clear. We've said it over and over and over again, and now we are once again pleading for people to understand. You cannot and must not have a generator in your house, in your garage, in your open carport, near your windows, if obviously of your house. It's got to be well away and vented. We have a 7-year-old baby, a beautiful 7-year-old child who's deceased now because there was a generator in the living room of Mom's house. Obviously, anytime you have a tragedy like this, and let me say that, anytime someone dies like this, it's a tragedy. But when it's a 7-year-old child, it is a horrific tragedy, and there's nothing any of us can do to bring her back. But it's important we all learn from this horrific tragedy so that no other tragedy occurs. I can tell you the electric companies are working feverishly to restore electricity and power to homes. I know as a result of there being a lot of homes without power that they're going to use generators. I can't emphasize enough, you can't have a generator in your house. You can't have a generator in your garage. You can't have a generator next to your open carport or windows, or certainly you're subject to carbon monoxide poisoning. And by all indications, this was just a horrific, tragic accident because the basic rules weren't followed.
Sheriff, when you heard the news that a child had passed away for an accident that was really preventable, it just makes your heart sink.
Well, it does. I mean, I have grandchildren this very same age as this beautiful young lady. And you understand, it hurts, it breaks your heart. And what really frustrates us is Mom was just trying to do what was right, but she wasn't following the rules, and that's why we have a person dead. The carbon monoxide levels in that apartment when fire and EMS arrived were just through the roof. In fact, the apartment next to it was a duplex. It was significantly high in the duplex. Fortunately, that duplex was empty and no one lost their life there. But the carbon monoxide from the generator in one apartment even created a deadly event in the next apartment over. So our message has been over and over and over, not just this storm, but forever. We have said it thousands of times, literally thousands of times. You cannot have a generator. You can't have a gas grill. You can't have charcoal. You can't cook with charcoal under this circumstance. You'll create carbon monoxide and die.